Good morning class. Now our next practical is the brain, is about the nervous system. This is the model of brain. See, it divides into two parts. Two hemisphere. These two parts are called two hemisphere. Right hemisphere and left hemisphere. Before explaining the hemisphere, I will explain you the outer structure of the brain. It is covered by the three layers. These are the, this is the structure of brain. It is the covering of the brain. It is covered by the three layers, and these three layers are called meninges. And the outermost layer is called dura mater. The middle one is called arcuate, and the innermost layer is called pia between these three layers, a fluid is present which is called cerebrospinal fluid, and this fluid helps in protection of the blood from the shock and or any type of mechanical injury. Suppose this is the protection of meninges. The function of meninges is to provide the protection to the internal muscular structure of the brain. Now, after the meninges, our brain is divides into two parts: right hemisphere and left hemisphere. And between these two hemispheres are joined by the muscular fibers, and these muscular fibers are called corpus callosum. Corpus callosum joins the two hemisphere of the brain. So, its function is to convey the message from right to left and from left to right. In this way, this is the function of corpus callosum. Now, our brain is divided into three parts: cerebrum, cerebellum, and medulla oblongata. This is the medulla oblongata. This tubular structure, the hind brain. Hind brain is the medulla oblongata, the middle brain is the cerebellum, and the frontal brain is called cerebrum. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain, and convolutions are seen in this brain. These convolutions are called sulci, and we all know the the main part of the brain, the functional unit of the brain is the neurons. It is the neuron, and we all know that neuron is made up of two parts: cyton and axon. Cytonic part of the neuron is grey in color, while the axonic part of the neuron is white in color. In this, the outer layer is grey and the inner layer is white. Outer layer is called grey matter, while the inner layer is called white matter. Why it is grey? Because the cytonic part of the neuron is present in that part, so that in cortical region, so it is called grey matter, and axonic part is present inside the medulla or inner part of the brain, so it is called the white matter. So, in this way, the convolutions are present in this cerebrum, and the cerebrum is again divided into five lobes. Sorry, it is again divided into four lobes. The first lobe is called frontal lobe. The frontal lobe is associated with the reasoning, thinking, and planning, and for speaking something, for seeing. This lobe is associated with these functions. Now, after frontal lobe, it is the parietal lobe. Parietal lobe associated with the movement or locomotion of the body parts. Now, after parietal, it is occipital lobe. Occipital lobe is associated with the visual appearance, for the visual processing. Now, after occipital, it is temporal lobe, which is associated with the auditory stimuli. Means it is attached with our nose. Auditory nerves means it is associated with the listening, not nose, to the ear, to our ear, and it is called the temporal or auditory lobe of the brain. Now, in this way, cerebrum is very important part of the brain, and means it associated with the mostly all the functioning of the brain. Now after cerebrum, the next is the cerebellum. Cerebellum is also called midbrain. Thalamus and hypothalamus is present. See, this is the thalamic region, and this thalamus is associated with associated with the controlling the body temperature. So a very important function of the hypothalamus is regulating the body temperature. Now after in the cerebellum is associated with our muscular activity. Means all the muscular activity. The function of the cerebrum is thinking. Now after thinking we will do our work. How we doing our work? It is controlled by the cerebellum. Means all the muscular activity is controlled by the cerebellum. Now after cerebellum, the third part is the medulla oblongata. All the internal activity of the organs is controlled by the medulla oblongata. Is very important part of the brain, and it is present at the hind part of the brain, and it controls all the internal activity of the organs, suppose heart, lungs, stomach, intestine, all the organs working according to the medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata regulates the functioning of these organs. So that it is very important, if any injury occurred in this medulla oblongata, it immediately cause death, because heart at the same time stop working, and because of the stop by the heart, no blood supply, and it causes death. So medulla oblongata is very important part of the brain, because it regulates all the internal activity of inside the body. This is all about the structure of brain. You have to write this practical in your lab manual. We will meet with the next practical. Till then, thank you.